that 5 o'clock thing yesterday, it did not work. So we back to claim our own hour. That's what we here to do. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Hope you guys had a fantastic morning. Let me get this camera straight. Let's go. Let's get it, y'all. How everybody doing this morning? See that? It even got, see that? See that when you on point and on time? Everything lines up correctly. How you guys doing? Let's go with it. Trump says, I will not be extorted by the Democrats. Who we got up in the building this morning? Let's pray. Let's get it in. Thank you, Lord, for another day for my sister, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. Also, Mark Dorfman. Who else we got in here? I see Liberty and Justice. Casey. Also me, and also Batty Lynn, demonetized everybody who's coming in. We want to pray for everybody that they have a fantastic morning. Also, we got Tremaine Marshall, and we got, who else? I don't see anybody else, so amen. That's right, you guys. We here this morning. It's time to get it in. It's not a game. It's our bottom line. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came here today to chill with me, I appreciate you. It's time to get it in. Y'all ready? I'm ready to go. We back. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Now we got to wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's time to wind it up. Come on, boy. You can do it. You need another wine? Let's go. It's 6 o'clock. I know it's 6 o'clock. Let's go. One more? All right. Olay. Don't play. We got to open up those pores. See, I ain't forget the rotation. See, when I get on time with 6 o'clock, I'm always good. And y'all got to realize I be needing that other hour. I'm the producer, the artist. I'm the influencer. I'm the host. So I got to make sure I got to get this right. So let me just get one other thing right for you guys, because I just want to make sure that we don't have any mistakes this morning. You know what I'm saying? I got to stay on point with this morning. So open up those pores. Doom, 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 doom. Open up those pores. And then, ow, get down. Uh. Sitting in my room with my smoker's jacket on. The fireplace is burning and the girlie is warm. Time to make my move. So gently I kiss her, whisper in her ear, and tell her that I miss her. She might try to pop the boyfriend jump, but I don't really care because I know he's a punk. I'll stomp him like a roach if he tries to approach. You can't get close because I'm the one who wrote the book of romance. So come on, take a chance. You don't need him. Need is a chance if you want to get warm. And if you want to get warm, in my arms you belong. You have a problem, have a solve, nothing can go wrong when the overweight lover's in the house. 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 Feels good. Y'all know why I'm open, right? Because it's if pump that beat. What? Wednesday the 5th, y'all. That's right, y'all. It's 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Feels good. Yo, tell the truth, y'all. If y'all know anything about Heavy D, that was a big brother, but he could get down. So we want to RIP to the legend, to the legacy of the one, the only overweight lovers in the house. The house. Yes, Heavy D, y'all. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. I've probably lost all my breath trying to dance and do all of that stuff, but it's all good because you know what? He gave me another day above ground to be able to do stuff like that. Hope you guys appreciated that. And can I get a like or two? Yeah, hold on a second, by the way. Yeah, hold on a minute. I told you, got a little bit of Bustelo in the kitchen, and then I also got my water on the side just to make sure. But like I always tell you guys, y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here today, I appreciate you. So what we're about to get into right now is trending topics. We about to get into our bottom line. But before that, let's see who we got up in the chat right now and what's going on. Who we got up in here right now? Okay, we got Black Pen that says hi. We got Rebecca that says what's going on to Black Pen. We got Angels Among Us. Good morning. Boo has energy this morning. Feels good. But tell the truth, y'all know that song. He get busy on that. And then God Bless the Dead, one of the dancers, I forgot his name, Trouble T-Roy, as a matter of fact. They used to get busy with those routines. Oh my God, stop playing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys also. Who else do we have in the building this morning? Ms. Paris. We also have Sam Champion, my brother. How you doing this morning, Mr. Sam Champion? Hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you're chiming in from. Hey, Sam, where you from, brother? Tell us a little bit about yourself. You've been here for a while. Let's get it going. Also, it's time for us to get busy. I don't want to waste no time. It's time to get it on, because you know where y'all at right now, right? It's our bottom line. Let me turn this light up because I know it can get much brighter than that. We need more brighter. There we go. Let's turn those lights up. Good morning, everybody. It's time to do it. I got a full clip and I got 5 on it. I'm going to need you guys to stay on point because I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. This way we have a great dialogue and we have a lot to get into. And you know what I'm going to be getting into, right? Trending topics, current events, and much, much more. So without any further ado, let's get into these titles. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Okay, did I do that? The full clip? Just to let you guys know I got one. And guess what? Let's get into these titles. We have Trump says, I will not be extorted by the Democrats. If you guys know what he's talking about, let me know in the chat because I really don't know what exactly that means. But guess what? We have a video where he says it himself and he can explain it to you guys. I don't want to put any words in anyone's mouth, so we'll get the words directly from the horse's mouth. Let's keep on moving forward. We also have Prince Andrew, now simply Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Been kicked out of his home. Also been the Prince name has been taken away from him. Not like the artist formerly known as, who decided to do it himself. No, King Charles stripped him of his name and title. But we're gonna find out where he's moving to, private accommodations, and the king is actually gonna still fit the bill for his rent. Let's keep on moving, you guys, because last but not least, we have a woman that was reportedly kicked out of a LA gym for complaining about a trans man that was in the locker room. How do you guys think about that? You know, you're in the locker room, you see a man in there swinging with the Johnson. How you guys gonna feel about that if you go to report this person and they say, you know what, now you're kicked out? That's pretty crazy right there. But guess what? You guys are gonna see it and we're gonna get right into it right now. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Let's do it. First clip we got coming up. Of course, we got They're Not Winning the War. I'm sorry, the first clip we got coming up here this morning. It's time to get busy, you guys. Let's go. Let me get my lineup right. Okay, got the president talking about different things as far as like getting hostages back, looking for remaining oddies and things like that. I can't say certain words, don't want to get us out of here, so I'm gonna let them say it. Good morning, everybody, let's go.
Hostages back, the hostages were so sad. We're talking about dead bodies, which people call hostages, but I don't know what you'd call them. I spoke to the parents. We got Nutra, from New York, and United States, and I spoke to his parents, and they're thrilled in one sense, but in another sense, obviously, it's not too great. But we're very happy to have done it, and we're looking for the remainder of the bodies.
That's President Trump on Air Force One speaking as Israel received the remains of 3 more deceased hostages on Sunday. One of them identified as Israeli-American Omer Nutra. He was serving on the IDF on October 7th before he was kidnapped brutally. 8 deceased hostages remain in Gaza. Hamas claims it's having trouble finding and identifying the rest of those bodies. Meanwhile, Israel launched strikes in southern Lebanon over the weekend to pressure Hezbollah to disarm. This morning, DNI Tulsi Gabbard making a surprise visit to Israel to visit the U.S. Coordinated Center for Aid and Security Efforts going into Gaza. Joining me now is Fox News senior strategic analyst. He's chairman of the Institute for the Study of War, General Jack Keane. General, great to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Your thoughts on where we stand with that ceasefire and the deceased bodies?
Well, as you indicated, 8 more to go. The Israelis have given Hamas the location when there were 13 of 10 of the 13. So there's no doubt that they can find most of these bodies. I think they obviously are stalling. They want to consolidate their power. It looks like they have no intention of disarming and giving up governance. So we have a challenge in front of us. The United States is proposing to the UN Security Council the organization of an international stabilization force. It'll probably take a couple of 3 weeks for that to get approved by the UN. Certainly, that force, they believe, should work with newly vetted and trained Palestinian police that are being trained by Jordan and also by the Egyptians. They want.
Yeah, but they got to give up. They got to give up full power like they agreed to before they can get to that, General. Let's keep on moving forward over to Washington because I know what you guys want to talk about. Let's get over to Speaker Johnson as he holds a press briefing amid the shutdown day number 35. Let's go, y'all. Let's keep going. I got my flow now.
Condolences. Our prayers go out to the Cheney family. Of course, we've had the loss now of former Vice President Dick Cheney. Scripture is very clear. We give honor where honor is due, and someone who gave their life, loved their country, loved serving their country in so many capacities. As you know, Dick Cheney served as Vice President. He served as a Secretary of Defense. He served as a congressman, of course, from Wyoming, and as the youngest chief of staff to any president in the history of the country. And so the honor is certainly due to him, and our prayers go out to the family. This is now day 35 of the Democrat shutdown, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think any of us expected that it would drag on this long. We didn't believe, we couldn't have imagined. It's now tied for the longest shutdown in U.S. history, and we didn't think we'd have to come in here every single day, day after day after day, and repeat the obvious facts to the American people, and to put on display every day what is happening here. Again, it's a split screen. We've talked about the split screen in the country right now. The American people are wise. Ronald Reagan used to remind us you can trust the American people, and we do. And they can see the facts here. They see that the President Trump and the Republican Party are delivering real positive results for the American people, delivering on our promises. We passed the Working Families Tax Cut, which is the largest middle-class tax cut in American history. We signed into law as part of that. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime. Big savings for those on Social Security. We strengthened Medicaid with popular, common sense reforms that strengthens the program. We've improved healthcare access in rural communities, and we have reduced premiums. There's a lot more work to be done there. It's the Republicans who are delivering those reforms. We restored American energy dominance. We got the border crisis solved. We are reducing and handling the crime crisis in city by city around America. And we have restored peace through strength. That is on one side of the screen. Over the past 34 days of this shutdown, the Republicans have been the only ones working in good faith to end the shutdown and get everyone paid and get the services flowing again. And we have voted that way 14 times. That's on one side of the screen. On the other is the Democrats. And it's such a stark contrast. Because in the last 10 months, the only thing that party has accomplished for the country is to shut down the federal government.
Now we got to keep going because part of that shutdown is what? SNAP benefits and people not getting their food stamps. So let's get into that. Let's go. Let's go.
The Trump administration says it will partially fund the federal food assistance program. Good evening. I'm John Snell.
And I'm Meg Gatto. And as Sabrina Wilson reports, local food banks and advocates for children wait to see what that will mean for SNAP recipients in Louisiana.
Louisiana has a double-digit poverty rate.
Louisiana's child poverty rate is 19%, which is the highest in the country.
And just shy of 800,000 Louisianans receive SNAP benefits amid the ongoing government shutdown. The Trump administration now says it will partially fund SNAP for November. This after two judges issued rulings requiring the government to keep the program operating.
Well, he and I talked about this quite a bit over the weekend, multiple times. The president is desperate for SNAP benefits to flow to the American citizens who desperately rely upon it. He has bent over backwards, as you know, to get the troops paid, to keep WIC funding going. He's found creative solutions.
We're really excited that kids are going to get access to food and nutrition. We know that SNAP is absolutely critical for children and families in our state. 35% of Louisiana kids rely on SNAP. And in New Orleans, that goes up to 44%.
The Trump administration says it will use $4.6 billion from an emergency fund to cover about half of the normal SNAP benefits. Teresa Falgust is Director of Data and Research at Agenda for Children.
We would love for all kids to be receiving 100% of those benefits, because we know that SNAP benefits, even as important as they are not sufficient for most families to make ends meet and to provide all of the food a family needs.
Well, depending on certain people, because some people, y'all know what we're talking about, right? Let's not, you know how we do over here. We got to speak for everybody. We're not talking about those that's coming down the aisle with 2 shopping carts with nothing but processed food boxes in there. Nothing that they're trying to make. No vegetables, no nothing. We ain't talking about those people, right? Let's keep moving forward over to Washington, where Nancy Pelosi, of all people, has the nerve to be talking about someone needs to retire and calling, she said to the president that, in an interview, she said that the president is a vile creature. This is Nancy Pelosi's words. She says that he's the worst thing on the face of the earth as she sits down with CNN. Okay, this is pretty shocking and shocking words right there, Miss Pelosi. Let's let you say what you got to say. Hold on, let's open this screen up because we got it queued up.
Republicans in the House of Representatives, they have abolished the House of Representatives. They don't even want to take a vote on anything. It's very strange. They fear Trump. They're puppets of Trump. And Trump doesn't mind shining the light on the strings. He makes them look terrible. Public sentiment will open up Congress, not saving face for the, what's his name?
What's like one word you'd use to describe Mike Johnson's leadership?
Puppeteer. Oh, puppet. Puppet. Yeah, puppet. It's sad. He's probably a very decent person.
Do you talk to him at all? Does he ever?
Not lately. He doesn't talk to. We aren't even there. It's not a question of talking to him. There's nothing there. There's no there. Understand this. The only person that he takes any advice from is insistence, demands from the President of the United States.
I mean, as somebody who reveres the House of Representatives itself, I mean, more than just about anybody, how does it make you feel to see what's happening in the House right now?
Our founders did not want to have, again, how can I say this? It'll sound like I'm awful about Trump because he's just a vile creature. The worst thing on the face of the earth, but anyway.
You think he's the worst thing on the face of the earth?
I do, yeah. I do, because he's the President of the United States and he does not honor the Constitution of the United States.
Look at Nancy, like she's like a little puppet herself.
In fact, he's turned the Supreme Court into a rogue court. He's abolished the House of Representatives. He's chilled the press. He's scared people who are in our country legally, but making them smashing into their cars and the rest. Now, I don't even want to go into that, but that's a whole other story.
But does that not inspire you to want to stay and to keep fighting?
I want to win big tomorrow night. That's my goal.
If Prop 50 passes.
All right, we got to keep on moving forward right there. We're done with the Crypt Keeper, Miss Nancy Pelosi. We're Crypt Keeper. I know you guys are scared this morning, right? She want to get dressed up as the Crypt Keeper? It'll be real. Let's keep on moving forward to Florida, where a man that was holding a child, I can't say that word, and that other word I can't say that one. Don't want to say that one. All I can say, by deputy. I'm not going to say none of those other words. I'm going to let them, y'all not going to set me up to get me on the 7th video, get kicked up off of here. Nope. I'm going to let them say it, y'all. You know, we got smart. We know better now, right?
A 7-year-old boy is safe tonight after Hillsborough County deputies rescued him from a hostage situation in a home in Brandon. Deputies killed the suspect in a shooting this afternoon. Fox 15's Danielle Zolkowski joins us in studio to explain what happened here. Danielle.
Well, Lloyd, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says a man took his 7-year-old brother hostage in the child's own home today. Their sister called it in. The child is safe thanks to the heroic actions of all involved. We just got the body camera video in just under an hour ago, and we're going to show you some of that. We want to warn you, this may be hard to watch. This is the moment deputies from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office broke down the door in a Brandon home where 27-year-old Mario Camacho was holding his 7-year-old brother at knife point.
Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up to let everybody know what's going on and what we're doing over here at Our Bottom Line. I really appreciate it. And it also shows that you guys appreciate the content. Not only that, it helps to get more people over here. That's why we ask, could you hit that like button? When you hit the like button, YouTube puts up a notification and more people see it. And then in the comments, you see something that says, what's going on over here? That's because you guys hit that like button. So I really appreciate it. Can we get those numbers up? Let's try to get those numbers up to make the ends justify the means. I ain't trying to hit your pockets up because I already know that it's hard out here for a pimp. And I got the Bustelo in the kitchen. I already told you, don't worry about that. But really would appreciate if you can get those likes up. Let's keep on going, you guys, if you appreciate the content. All right, come on, let's go. Drop the knife! Drop it!
He was killed by a deputy Sunday afternoon when he wouldn't release his brother.
The only shot he could take was the shot he had to take to stop that threat from harming that boy and rescuing him and saving him.
Camacho had a history of mental illness and domestic violence charges in Polk County.
Domestic violence is one, and mental illness these are the monsters in our community.
I think a discussion needs to be made right here as well. I hope you guys are not getting peed off with me, but I do understand what's going on in the chat. And we have two different types of feelings going on right here. We got one person that's saying that they did that in front of a 7-year-old, and another person is saying, get those likes up. Come on, y'all, let's do that. And also, crazy show some love, you guys. Yeah, so we got more than one person, more than one side of this, and more people are thinking, you know, more than one way on this topic here about the child's welfare as well.
Before barricading himself and the boy in the back room of the home, Camacho also cut his 18-year-old sister with the knife.
There's no doubt in my mind that that boy would have been harmed if it weren't for the actions of our deputies. But right now, in the aftermath of that heroic action, is a family that has to pick up the pieces.
Neighbors were very shocked to hear this happen in their area.
It's a very quiet neighborhood. Things like today have never happened. We're a little scared, actually. Surprised? Surprised.
It seems like every day something is happening in neighborhoods where you never think that something like that would happen. We got two different sides of that story right there, but I do understand how people are feeling because people are saying that they did that right in front of the child. Do you guys think that he could have probably got that, maybe tased him and possibly did better than actually having to take his life? Is that what you guys are thinking? Maybe a different way of going about it? Do you think that maybe some of you people are thinking that the brother may have not been actually going to do anything to the little brother? I want to know what you guys think in the comments on that topic. We're going to go over to Louisiana right now because the SNAP benefits are supposed to be distributed during the government shutdown, but people like this, I do believe, should be able to receive benefits because he's like, incapacitated. Not incapacitated, but, he can't really do much. But, actually, he probably could hold a desk job, huh?
As the federal government shutdown continues, Christian Wagner, a SNAP recipient on the North Shore, will have to start adjusting his grocery budget.
Fresh Market is a place I could reach by my wheelchair.
As of November 1st, SNAP benefits from the U.S. Department of Agriculture are in limbo. forcing Louisianans like Wagner to rely on emergency SNAP assistance funded by the state.
Pending SNAP benefit deposits $37.75
Laura B,
available
have a good
November
one.
3rd, 2025.
The state will cover SNAP benefits for the month of November for the elderly, disabled, and children.
I'm relieved that the state has come through with the bridge.
But unlike the USDA, the Louisiana Department of Health will distribute the benefits in 4 separate payments. Wagner, being wheelchair-bound and having no transportation of his own, knows challenging days are ahead.
It's going to cause me to do with less or make more trips than what is normal, and definitely I'm tapping into my retirement.
Congressman Troy Carter says the federal government shutdown should have never interfered with SNAP benefits.
Yeah, we got to keep going forward now, you guys. They're already talking about half the benefits going in, but they still have to figure out how. Then they're talking about it could take weeks to figure that out. That's crazy. We got to go, you guys, because now the price tag soars. An expert reveals that the astronomical cost of this government shutdown is currently $7 billion. If it registered 8 weeks, it's going to be up to $14 billion. That's right, you guys. And we're slipping in the GDP as well, 15%. Keep on moving forward, y'all.
Welcome back. It is day 35 for the government shutdown, tying the longest shutdown in U.S. history. Democrats still refusing to vote yes on a clean continuing resolution,
Thank you so
but
much.
offering their own costly proposals instead. At least 2 lawmakers have already told us they are expecting government to reopen this week. Ted Cruz, as well as Tom Cole, who I just spoke with, say that the Democrats are waiting for Election Day to pass, and that is when they will open government. The Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget reporting the Democrats' plan to reopen government would be the costliest in U.S. history. The Congressional Budget Office finding a 4-week shutdown will cost the economy $7 billion and up to $14 billion if it stretches to 8 weeks. Joining me now is the president of the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, Maya McGinnis. Maya, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I've been getting nervous recently because I think when you're talking about air traffic control, calling in sick, working without pay, TSA agents not on the job, people worried if traveling is safe, and you see a shutdown in travel, that's when the rubber hits the road for the broader economy. The fourth quarter is going to obviously see a serious impact. What is your reaction to all of this?
Well, I think the first point to make is that it is really dangerous how we are getting used to government shutdowns. Yeah. This is the most, it's stupid. It's juvenile, it's stupid, and it's kind of an own goal against the country when we are really in the moment where 2 parties are so much more intent on messaging wars with each other rather than running the government. Really a problem. But second, as you point out, the problem with this right now is that the concentration of the harm is really falling on very small groups of people, and it's quite dangerous. So people who are not getting paid, people who are not getting benefits that they need, and when it comes to safety, there's obviously real threats. This is not something we should be playing with. This is not how we should be negotiating about policy differences, and yet we're stuck here in basically the longest government shutdown we've ever seen.
So yeah, we've been having our comments the whole time. We've been doing this for weeks now. But let's see what the polls are basically saying. Let's see what the polls of the people are actually saying now.
What Americans think about the economy and leadership in the country. Results of a new ABC News Washington Post Ipsos poll are in. And ABC News political director Avery Harper has been looking at the numbers. Avery, good morning to you. So what are some of the top takeaways from this poll?
Good morning, Whit. Our new ABC News Washington Post Ipsos poll found that a majority of Americans think that the country is headed in the wrong direction. Yep. About 2/3 say the U.S. is pretty seriously off on the wrong track, while just under 1/3 believe things are moving in the right direction. And when it comes to President Trump's handling of key issues, our poll found that Americans are giving him low marks. Majorities disapprove on how he's managing nearly every area tested, everything from tariffs and the economy to foreign relations and immigration. More than 6 in 10 disapprove of how he's handled tariffs, the economy, and the federal government. About the same number say they don't like how he's managing the war between Ukraine and Russia or relations with other countries. And more than half disapprove of how he's handled immigration, crime, and the situation in Israel and Gaza. Trump doesn't have a majority approval on a single issue measured in this poll. poll. And those numbers, Whit, are pretty stark.
Yeah, and more specifically on the economy, Avery, how are Americans feeling about the job President Trump has done?
Well, 52%, a slim majority of Americans see that the economy has gotten worse since Trump took office. About a quarter say it's improved, and 20% say it has stayed the same. And lower income families seem to be feeling the pinch the most. Nearly 6 in 10 households making under $50,000 a year say the economy is worse now.
Okay, you got a lot of people here. You guys won't give me a like, but will you do a poll with me? I want to know how many people agree with what you're seeing right here. If you agree, all you got to do is a simple thumbs up. If you do not agree, thumbs down. If you agree with what's saying, that they're saying, thumbs up. If you do not agree, thumbs down. I love to see what you guys think about what they're talking about right now. Do you agree with what they're saying with these polls? Democrats are only going to like it when they get in. Diabolical. No. Okay, so we got people with two thumbs up, 3 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down. 3 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down. 4 thumbs up, 5. Okay, we got a mixed crowd here. Yeah, we got a real mixed crowd here. You guys look at yourselves. Look at yourselves. We got a real mixed crowd right here. It's got a lot of people with thumbs down. A lot of people that agree got the thumbs up. A lot of people that don't agree with the polls have thumbs down. Okay, now we got a lot of thumbs down going on. All of a sudden, a whole bunch of thumbs up with the three pack right there. So we have a lot of mixed views here. Who's that right there? Yeah, mad 350, thumbs down, does not agree. Who else we got? Oh yeah, okay. Now if y'all can give me those thumbs up, can y'all hit the like button? If y'all could do that, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm asking. Y'all can hold your boy down with those thumbs up and thumbs down. All you got to do is hit those 3 dots, hit that like button, and more people will come over here. And I appreciate that. Let's keep on going now, because we got Trump now, who's going to be, I got a couple of videos and excerpts from the 60-minute clip that he did the other day, the interview. Want you guys to see right now what he has to do, talking about with the shutdown, focusing on health care. Trump says that we can fix it, but doesn't actually have a plan, is what they're saying, a detailed plan. And this is the part where he's saying won't be extorted by the Democrats. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Thank you so much. If you appreciate the content, let's get those likes up.
And he has nothing to lose. He's become, I just left Japan, he's become a kamikaze pilot.
Sounds like it's not going to get solved, the shutdown.
It's going to get solved, yeah. Oh, it's going to get solved.
How?
We'll get it solved. Eventually, they're going to have to vote.
You're saying the Democrats will capitulate?
I think they have to. And if they don't vote, that's their problem. Now, I happen to agree to something else. I think we should do the nuclear option. This is a totally different nuclear, by the way. It's called ending the filibuster.
And Nora O'Donnell joins us now. Nora, thank you very much for being here. What a conversation. You had a lot of time with the president. He covered a lot of different topics. Among them, the government shutdown, foreign policy as well. What were your biggest takeaways as you walked away?
That's right. As you can see, it was a wide-ranging conversation. The president engaged, energetic there. And I think the bottom line in terms of the shutdown is there is no end in sight. And this is set to become the longest government shutdown in American history. I mean, that exchange in itself, I think, crystallized some of what is at stake here. The president and the Republican Party is hoping that the Democrats will finally capitulate, that they need, in his words, just 5 votes. The question is, is the president this week going to get personally involved? Will he go up to Capitol Hill? Will he call lawmakers to the White House? Because we are facing November 15th, where now then military troops will not get paid. Or what's going to continue to happen, as we've seen this really affect a number of the air traffic controllers and snarl traffic across the country. So I think that's one of the takeaways. I also just thought it was really interesting, our exchange, which if you watch the entire interview or what we played on 60 Minutes last night, was what he said about John Thune, the Republican Senate Majority Leader. The president wants to explore using this nuclear option where they would get rid of the filibuster so they can move forward on that. I think that's still actually a live option, even though the Senate Majority Leader said it's off the table.
We got to keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's keep on moving. Even though they be bringing stuff and taking stuff off the table, it can get right back on the table. Y'all know how they say it. What you bringing to the table? Huh? What are you bringing to the table? Y'all let me know. Y'all bringing something to the table? Okay, let's get on over to Mexico. Da, 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 da. La, 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 la. La 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 la. Is that Mexican? I don't know. Let's get on over to Mexico, where the Trump administration is planning for a new mission against the cartels in Mexico. Let's go, you guys. I ain't gonna can't blow your ears out. I had the audio all the way up because we had bad audio back there, but I'm hoping we do better right now. Let's go.
The Trump administration planning a new mission to target drug cartels in Mexico. This is all according to 4 current and former U.S. officials familiar with that effort. The operation would include American troops and intelligence officers on the ground striking drug labs and cartel leaders south of the border. This would essentially open a new front in the president's military campaign against cartels, which is thus far focused on strikes against alleged drug-carrying boats. Well, on Saturday, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth announced what appears to be the 15th boat strike in the Caribbean. Following all of this, Courtney Cuban, our NBC News senior national security correspondent, who joins us more with this exclusive reporting. Courtney, first off, excellent job in this reporting and getting these details to us. We know that, the early training for this potential mission is already underway. So what else would the operation essentially include more broadly?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, Morgan, this would be primarily U.S. military, specifically from Joint Special Operations Command, combined with CIA intelligence officers. So the mission itself would be under what's known as Title 50. That's an intelligence-driven operation. So rather than necessarily being under the command of a military officer, it'd be an intelligence official or intelligence professional who would be running this mission. But what's really notable about this new planning is it would be largely the U.S. military and these intelligence officials using drones to target drug labs, cartel members, cartel leadership. And some of those operations could entail United States military being on the ground in Mexico to carry those out. Now, as you mentioned, this is in the planning stages now. The president still has not given the final go-ahead for this, but the fact that they are planning for this is also notable here. At this point, nothing is imminent, but they are still working through those plans, Morgan.
Taking the fight to them. Woo! Oh, it's going down, y'all. Now they going up in their backyard. Don't come in my backyard messing with my pit bull. But guess what? They gonna go in there hot and heavy. Yeah, boy, it's about to go down, y'all. That's gonna be a movie. What do you guys think about that? Also, let's stay in Mexico, because this is probably the reason why a lot of the officials turn a blind eye, because they don't want to lose their lives. Watch this video of a cold-blooded, I can't say that word, of a Mexican mayor who fought the cartels by saying that the people should fight back. And guess what happened? At a party, he's just hanging out, and yeah, it didn't go too good for him. It was the last party. He was holding his son 5 minutes before he was no longer alive. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. We have a Mexican mayor who called for brute force against the country's violent drug cartels. He was pow-powed down in public Saturday night, just moments after being filmed holding his son. I ain't trying to get copyright for that Mexican song. Disturbing videos captured the sound of a ringing out during Day of the Dead celebration in Carlos Mano's hometown, where he was pow-powed unalive by 2 POW men in front of shocking supporters in European's Central Square. Okay, in a haunting statement just last month, Manzo said, "I don't want to be just another pow-powed mayor, but it's important not to let fear control us." Sad story here.
Puta madre, mátame al pendejo. ¿Quién fue el hijo de su puta madre? De su puta madre. ¿Quién fue el hijo de su puta madre? mami. ¿Estás bien? ¿Estás bien? Aquí están sus lentes, señor. No mames. ¡Ey, ey! No mames, hijos de su puta madre.
All right, you guys, again, I'm going to tell you what this video is so you can watch the whole thing. Watch old uttered, I can't say that word, of Mexican mayor who fought the cartels. This was something that went up on the New York Post. You guys, it doesn't matter about who's delivering the message. I keep on telling you, as long as the message can be tested and checked into it, because that's true right there. It really happened. And we want to pray for the mayor who lost his life in that tragic event, the son who will no longer have a father due to that terrible, tragic event. Every single person who was affected by that, we want to ask for prayers for strength for everybody. And amen. Amen. Terrible, tragic situation right there. Again, probably the reason why a lot of officials turn a blind eye to things like that. Let's get on over to Erica Kirk in her first interview as she reveals how she tells her kids, you know, what happened to her husband, Charlie. If you guys appreciate the content, come on now. Y'all know that was some exclusive bangers right there. Let's get those numbers up right there. I really like to get those numbers up if you appreciate what we got going on right here. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel already or become a member, why not do so? Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. We get in the field and do a lot of stuff as well. Let's get it, y'all. Let's go.
So Erica Kirk sat down for an exclusive interview. This is her first interview with the media since the assassination of her husband. And we've all been wanting to hear from her because every time she speaks, it's so powerful and so emotional. So she sat down with one of Charlie's really good friends, Jesse Waters. It's going to air in its entirety on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock during his show. But here's an emotional clip about how she's talking to her children about their daddy and his death.
You told your children that Charlie was going on a work trip with Jesus. Are they still asking, where's Daddy?
Yes, my daughter continues to ask, but it's really sweet because I keep explaining to her a few things. And I said, if ever you want to talk to Daddy, you just look up to the sky and start talking to him. He can hear you. It's always in your heart. And I told her, I said, you know, Daddy is in heaven. She goes, do you think I could go sometime? And I said, baby, we will all go one day. We will all go one day.
You know, so often we talk about the ramifications of it and the movement and all this, but I think some people forget he was a father still. And those kids are never going to see their dad again. And this mom is having to have this conversation with her every single day. Under so much scrutiny as well.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of things. We saw her give an incredible speech at the memorial. We saw her great remarks at Ole Miss. And then to sit down with Jesse, who did a fantastic job from the clips I've seen. I'm sure it's going to be even better tomorrow night when we see it all together. But I think she speaks from the heart. I think she's got two hats, which is amazing. She's got, number one, I'm going to run this huge operation. Number two is I have to worry about my kids. Anytime you lose a parent at any age, it's a different type of challenge. High school, junior high school. But how about a 3-year-old? You know, that knows who her dad is and can't possibly understand where he is.
Right.
How are you going to talk to a little kid and when they say, can I go sometime to see him? The innocence in that was just overwhelming, you guys. I got to pray right now for the child and the family that is going through this, as well as everybody in the chat and everybody that's feeling this, for strength and energy and power. As much as we can take, Lord, we need it right now in these terrible, tragic times that we're dealing with. Please help us and keep us secure. We ask this today and forever. Yeah, amen. Yeah, we got to keep on moving forward now. We got 10,000 more ICE enforcement. Doom, 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 doom. I know. How can he do it? Because I have to. That's how the show must go. Sometimes you got to go from one extreme to the next. So guess what? Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. All right, stop. Put your hands in the air. Let's keep on going, y'all. New 10,000 more ICE enforcement officers are arrested in the worst of the worst. Trump says he doesn't think enough is being done. Let's go, you guys. Again, if you appreciate the content, you're not really getting all that stuff in one place. That's why everybody comes here, because we give you everything in one shot. And then we go back and forth with the dialogue with the #1 chat in YouTube history as far as that goes. #1 show in the slot. And that's why we do this. So let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Let's get it.
President Trump revealing he thinks immigration raids have not gone far enough and is blaming liberal judges for getting in the way of his agenda. Let's bring in DHS Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs, Tricia McLaughlin. She joins us now. Great to have you. Let's listen to a little bit of that interview with him last night.
Have some of these raids gone too far?
No, I think they haven't gone far enough because we've been held back by the judges, by the liberal judges that were put in by Biden and by Obama.
You're okay with those tactics?
Yeah, because you have to get the people out. You know, you have to look at the people. Many of them are murderers. Many of them are people that were thrown out of their countries because they were, criminals.
Hi. Okay, so Tricia, one of the things that happened last week is President Trump announced that there would be all of these changes, or I guess ICE changes, at heads of leadership in all these different offices. Is that because the president wanted to see more deportations out of those offices?
Well, the president is all about results, as is Secretary Noem, and really what President Trump, Secretary Noem, and our law enforcement have been able to do in the past 270 days, despite the injunctions, despite the obstruction from sanctuary city politicians and these activist judges, is really nothing short of extraordinary. 2 million illegal aliens exiting the country. That includes 1.6 million deportations and over 500,000 deportations from our ICE and CBP officers. But we're going to be really surging resources. We have 10,000 new ICE enforcement officers that are going to be hired in the coming days. So we know that we're going to continue to arrest the worst of the worst off of the streets of America's sanctuary cities and across the nation, Dana.
Yeah, well, guess what? It's not just illegal criminals that's doing it. It's other criminals in other places in our states doing it. Like these guys in Atlanta right here that just got popped, locked up, and they not getting out. Watch your head. And they be looking around like this. Y'all know how it go if you ever been arrested before. You got your hands behind your back. You looking all stupid. In that pizza shop over there that you used to go to, you like, oh my God, just one slice. The Chinese restaurant right there, whatever like that. And then you think about every little thing, like, oh my God, everything is just so much nicer. You just think about everything when you're inside or you ever get locked up. I've never been before, but I have people that come out and say, you know what you should do? You should think about getting your freedom taken away from you, because that's what people in jail do. They come up with all types of stuff when they in there, things that they wish that they was doing when they was out. They'd be like, yo, how come you wasn't doing that when you was in the street? So yeah, let's keep on moving forward, because these fools over here, they gonna be locked up for a number of years messing around with the cartel, because this bust in Atlanta gets a lot of D-rugs and see me coming in the party with the spliff I didn't see off the streets. They dealing with the cartel, you guys. Let's go.
Hundreds of pounds of marijuana were seized in raids across metro Atlanta. Thanks for joining us for Fox 5 News for News Edge at 11. I'm Christine Spiro.
Hey, yo, Casey, look at this.
GBI worked with state and local authorities in the operation. Fox 5's Denise Dillon is live in Sandy Springs for us tonight. So, Denise, these warrants were served
Casey,
at a couple of businesses there.
He's sick right now.
Yeah, that's right. One at this shop, another at a liquor store a few miles down the road. There were also warrants served in Cherokee County, and a home in Atlanta was raided.
It was located within a stash house.
Everybody look at Casey right now, y'all. Yo, look at Casey's face right now. He feels so sad for the loss.
This is what 500 pounds of marijuana, all packaged up and ready to distribute, looks like. The GBI says it was found in this home in the Vine City area of Atlanta. Those who stashed it here were keeping a close eye on it.
It was wired for audio and video and for remote monitoring.
And while it may not be noticeable at first, take a closer look at the windows with the burglar bars on the inside.
Steel bars that typically will be fashioned on the outside of windows or doors. When you equip certain houses in neighborhoods with all of these external fortifications that attracts the attention of law enforcement.
Authorities say they also found 9 guns. During this multi-agency operation, warrants were executed at businesses and homes in Sandy Springs, Atlanta, and Woodstock. 3 men were arrested, 2 from Mexico, the 3rd from Sandy Springs. They were booked into the Cherokee County Jail. The GBI says they have connections to a Mexican cartel.
Cartel Jalisco New Generation, or what's commonly known to most folks around here as CJNG. This investigation's targeting fentanyl trafficking, cocaine trafficking, methamphetamine trafficking, marijuana trafficking, of course, weapons trafficking south into Mexico.
Agents say this investigation is far from over.
We have arrest warrants right now for some fugitives we're actively seeking, and the investigation will continue based on other leads we had before we executed the search warrant and on actionable intelligence we developed.
Got him. Casey, they got all of it, bro. They got about 500 of them, bro. They got it, bro. Casey, sorry, man. Sorry about that. They got it up off the streets, man. It will never be able to put it in the air. They're going to burn it themselves. Trust me. How much of that good green stuff you think going to actually make it back to, what do they call that? What do they call that? When they keep it in, I forgot the name of it. How much you think going to make it back to the precinct, though? They're going to put all types of, this is when they're going to find rabbit chow, be sticking lettuce in there. Oh, it wasn't all bud. It had some lettuce in there with something else. Let's keep on going to your favorite show. One of your favorite shows. I'm talking about everybody in this chat. I know this is one of your favorite shows. So do not even move. Do not budge, because I got something fantastic going on for you guys right now, because I know that you love this person. And guess what? Your favorite show, The View, and your favorite co-host, none other than Whoopi Goldberg. She got a little annoyed after tearing up a clarifying note about Trump. You know, nowadays when they say something, all of a sudden they be handing a note and they be having to fix what they say because they're not trying to get in no trouble. Check this out. She got kind of peed off when she got handed a clarifying note. She wasn't really happy about this situation here.
Now, look, we've got to talk about the ladies over at The View, the delightful ladies of The View. And Whoopi Goldberg, she's back at it again with more anti-Trump propaganda. Now, for some context, Donald Trump had pardoned crypto founder Changpeng CZ Zhao. But when Trump was asked during that 60 Minutes interview about the pardon, he said that he didn't know anything about it. Whoopi Goldberg then accused the president of using an auto pen. And watch now what happens as she actually got a correction note midway through the television show. It was passed on. Have a look.
When they're listening to, what the hell, what?
I love when Sonny passes notes.
We don't know if Trump used an auto pen to part. It was a joke.
Yeah. We don't know if Trump used an auto pen.
Oh, come on.
But we do know that he didn't know who that crypto guy was.
Well, I'm sorry. You know, the hardest thing about this job now is no one understands nuance.
They're very, very sincere, Kosher. They're definitely not sincere. But why do the left always make up nonsense when they get angry and caught out?
There you go, y'all. What y'all think of that? She got peed off when she handed her that note to fix that. She was like, oh, she started ripping it up and everything. That was crazy. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get over to Washington, because first it's food stamps. Now it's Social Security. As the Trump administration weighs in on major changes of Social Security, disability benefits, they're examining if workers can actually do the jobs before determining if they can receive benefits. Like I was showing you guys earlier, that guy that came in a wheelchair, they might tell him, look, man, you could probably work at a desk job. Watch what's going on now. Y'all think I'm playing. Watch this. They're about to change up a whole lot of things out here now. Let's go. Let's get it.
The Trump administration is proposing changes to Social Security disability benefits that will make access to those benefits significantly harder, according to new reporting from ProPublica. One change would be to update the job listings used to determine whether a worker has the skills to do another less strenuous job instead of receiving assistance. Another change would almost entirely remove age as a criteria for eligibility, putting the applications of older workers in the same pool as younger workers. If adopted in its current form, ProPublica reports that as many as 1.5 million Americans could lose eligibility over the next decade, and workers in Republican-led states will be hit the hardest.
Let's hit that
Joining us now,
double tap that screen
ProPublica
to get
reporter
those
Eli
likes up.
Hager. Eli, thanks for joining us. Let's start small. Tell me about one of the people you interviewed for this story and how these new changes might affect him.
Sure. I interviewed somebody named Christopher Tincture, who's a 55-year-old in rural Arkansas. He's been a working person his whole life. He started out his working career working in coal mines in Kentucky and West Virginia. And he's worked at Walmart, and he's been a long-distance trucker and all these kinds of jobs. He eventually lost, through some of his work that he was doing at a wastewater facility, he lost his leg and is probably going to have to lose his other leg. And he qualified for disability benefits in part because he's 55, and eligibility is in the current system increases when you're in your 50s. It makes it a little bit easier to get benefits because you've been through that lifetime of work, and it's harder for you to switch careers at that point. So the Trump rule would change that system of eligibility increasing by age.
So if there was also a less strenuous job eligibility requirement, would Tincture then have to apply for jobs that would be, I guess, less of a burden on him in terms of mobility?
Right. So two things would happen. Number one, somebody like him, I can't say what would happen exactly in his case, but somebody like him with that experience, their age would no longer be taken into account. So they would be treated the same in the disability adjudication as a 20-something. And then secondly, the jobs listings would be updated. So it would show that, say in his area of Arkansas, there is this sort of low-skilled, more sedentary job behind a computer that maybe he could do. In his view and the view of disability advocates and union leaders, that sort of pulls the rug out from working class people who have only done a certain type of manual job their whole life, whether it's in coal mining or logging or construction work.
So yeah, they're changing the rules out here, you guys. I want to know what you guys think about that. I want to know if you agree, and we do it simple here. If you agree with what they're saying that they're possibly going to do, let me get a thumbs up, you guys. It's simple. If you agree, thumbs up. If you disagree, thumbs down. If you do not agree with what they're saying right here, as far as somebody like that basically worked in coal mines all their life. I don't have to say it all over again. If you agree with the possibility of them doing what he just says, thumbs up. Don't agree, thumbs down. Let's see what you guys got to say here. Let's go. A lot of people don't agree. First person doesn't agree. Not sure. Get educated with computers. I'm unsure. Okay, Whoopi doesn't have a chance. What is she doing? Okay, we got a lot of people that don't, a couple of people don't agree. We got 2 people agree. Temporary entitled benefits were not intended for generational transfer. Got you. Why wouldn't it change the work? Well, why wouldn't change the work and ability blood count? I didn't get the, okay. Not sure. Few people are not sure, and then we got people that actually decided up and down. It looks like 50-50 with a lot of unsures. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got this meltdown going on, as Ted Cruz says today. That's right. Today should be the day of the end of the shutdown. It could be, because if it's not, it's going to get even worse. So today, Wednesday, that's right. I got the day right now. But yes, it basically could happen today. Let's get on into it. Let's go.
Will the government open this upcoming week? This is getting seriously impacting the U.S. economy. What's your take?
I think it's likely to open Wednesday or Thursday of this week. The Democrats will wait until after Election Day because they think a shutdown is good for energizing the crazies in their party. But I think it'll be either late this week or early next week.
Are you going to have to give on the Obamacare subsidies?
No, the Democrats will collapse entirely.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz telling Maria Sunday he expects the Democrats to reopen the government after tomorrow's elections. If the doors stay closed in Washington for another day, this would now tie for the longest shutdown in history. President Trump is still calling on Senate Republicans to end the 60-vote filibuster rule, pass the clean funding bill with a simple majority. Senate Majority Leader John Thune is maintaining he will not negotiate during the shutdown and supports keeping the filibuster in place to block future Democratic legislation if they regain control of the upper chamber. Joining me now, Louisiana Congressman and House Majority Leader Steve Scalise. Congressman, good morning to you. Here we go again, day 34. You did recently unveiled some
Let's get those
possible
likes up.
GOP priorities
Come on, y'all. Let's get those
for
likes
a
up.
deal
Thank you.
on health care. What are they?
Well, Cheryl, it's first good to be with you. And, you know, if you go back before the reconciliation bill, Republicans have been working on a number of really smart, proven ideas, all focused on lowering healthcare premiums. Of course, if you look at what the Democrats have done, Obamacare is the law of the land, and it's all Democrat policy. And it's been raising premiums, 80% increase in premiums for families under Obamacare. And that's even after they've masked it with hundreds of billions of dollars in subsidies to insurance companies. So clearly that's failed. What we want to do is do things that can actually lower premiums for families. We had a provision called cost sharing reductions in the reconciliation bill. It passed the House. It was scored by the CBO to lower premiums by 11% on families. You would get 11% lower premium in your renewal if you're a family under our bill. Democrats are the ones who went and fought it in the Senate. They had it removed in the Senate. So Democrats have never cared about lowering premiums. But those good ideas are still out there. PBM reform is something we had passed last year. We have other ideas too, you know,
All right, we got to get into this Prince Andrew situation right now because we've been holding out long enough. We got enough economy going on. Sounds like a lot of back and forth still happening. We need results. Bottom line, TSA, federal employees, SNAP. What's going on out here? Let's go, y'all. We got to get this thing together. But we also got to shoot on over to the United Kingdom where Prince Andrew is now just playing Mr. Mountbatten. That's right, Windsor. And there's some breaking news right here where this stunned the world right here as far as what's going on with him getting his name taken away, changed and stuff like that. I never thought it would actually happen. But the king, yeah, he had a different thought in his mind.
Yesterday, he was Prince Andrew. Today, he woke up a commoner, plain Mr. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Here's how the news broke in a stunned Britain.
Because we have some breaking news coming to us from Buckingham Palace.
A formal process to remove the style, titles and honours of Prince Andrew.
Andrew's ex-wife, well known here in America for her many TV appearances,
Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York,
also loses her title. Now she's plain Sarah Ferguson. But their daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, get to keep their titles.
Whoa.
Today, the family of Virginia Giuffre, who claims she was paid $15,000 to have sex with Andrew when she was still a minor, is speaking out, calling her a normal girl who has taken down a prince.
We need to take it one more step further. He needs to be behind bars, period.
Virginia Giuffre took her own life last April.
Allegedly.
But her memoir detailing her relationship with Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein went on sale this month. Her ghostwriter, Amy Wallace, tells CNN,
this is bringing the house down right now. You can't, what you gonna do after she's already gone? And she made sure, what did she say? She said, make sure that if anything ever happened to me, that you release my book. Imagine that, y'all, woo! And the stuff that I'm getting to in here, oh boy. I already told you, Sky, if you want the book, I can mail it to you, you know what I'm saying? Send it around, let everybody else read it, you know, I don't know. You guys can go buy your own book if you want, but yeah, people with the glove, I got love for y'all, so yeah, come on, I got you. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, on this topic.
And then Virginia would have been proud.
I think Virginia would be overjoyed.
The humiliating punishment may not be the end of Andrew's problems. Scotland Yard is reportedly investigating allegations he told his police bodyguards to gather dirt on Virginia. Andrew's relationship with Epstein has cast a scandalous shadow over the royal family for over a decade. But this may have been the final straw.
How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein?
2 days ago, a heckler confronted King Charles in an incident which reportedly left him furious and deeply rattled.
The continued fallout from Andrew's relationship with Epstein has no doubt overshadowed a lot of the goodwill and the work that the royal family is doing.
Andrew is also being evicted from this palace and will move to a modest cottage on King Charles's private estate 100 miles north of London. He's a prince, truly out in the cold.
Andrew has always denied any wrongdoing and has not faced any criminal charges.
Oh yeah, well guess what? That's going to strip his name from him, and Scotland Yard is talking about the possibilities of what? of investigating his case and bringing it back open. Yeah, you guys. Also, the locals are reacting to the prospects of him and Andrew Mountbatten Windsor moving to, what's that, Sangham? There are many mixed emotions. Some people are saying that they don't think that he should have lost his title. They think that because of who he is and what he's done for the country, he should have still been able to be Prince. And there's other people that think different. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's get some comments from the locals.
I'm glad the Queen is dead, bless her, so she can't see any of this.
I think it is quite reasonable for him to move to Sandringham, and I think it's time the whole thing was resolved. And it seems people are probably going on at unreasonable length about this, and it should get sorted out.
His reputation now is tarnished, and I don't think it's right. This is where the royals come for Christmas. It's and they come throughout the year, and I don't think people local really want to see him here.
He hasn't been found guilty of anything in my view. So, and people forget that he was a war hero in the Falklands. That's all gone now, isn't it? Nobody's thinking that he's done any good.
I think he has to go somewhere, but we'd prefer him not to be here because obviously Sandringham's a lovely place, and he's going to bring a bad rep to it.
He's moving from a nice house to another nice house. I don't really understand why that's happening.
All right, y'all. So yeah, they just basically dethroned him. Yeah, they dethroned him and broke him down to the very last compound, kicked him out the crib, but we're going to let you stay over there, but you can't have the title no more. Okay, you guys, let's go. We got this woman shockingly kicked out of an LA gym because what? She reported a Trojan man in the locker room. Let's go ahead, y'all. I can't believe this. This like seems like a total slap in the face. You got to be careful where you're reporting people at nowadays, huh? Well, depending on what they're doing, I guess, yeah?
A woman had the shock of her life when she was changing in the locker room of a Gold's Gym in LA. LA-based singer-songwriter Tish Hyman shockingly had her membership to the gym revoked after she called out a transgender woman for being in the women's changing rooms.
Gold's Gym! Men! Grown men with big dicks in the women's locker room! And that's why I'm getting kicked out, and I want to make sure the girls know! The fuck? Everybody saw that man in the fucking locker room! No one's saying shit! And I'm fucking done with it! It's stupid! It's dangerous! Me naked in front of a man without my permission. But I'm the one who gets kicked out the gym, y'all. I'm terminated for not wanting men in the locker room.
Hyman then went on to confront the trans woman, supported by other biological men in the corridor of the gym.
How are you? Did you tell me or not that women like to see dick? Exactly. Get out of the way. No, now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. We don't want it. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that shit. And the woman told you. He assaulted me. The girl told already. We already filed reports. No. You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay.
Hyman then recounted her confronting experience when she returned to her car.
I just had the worst experience ever at the gym, at Gold's Gym, and
I know there's a lot of mixed emotions in the comments. There's probably comments about how she looks, you know, how she looks a little mannish herself. Let's just go there first. And then you got the other, Trojan man who wants to be in the gym with the thing swinging. Nobody wants to see that. I think they're right about that, you guys. Think about it now. I can't believe everybody, somebody in here doesn't agree with what she's saying. I think she's right about that. Women are in danger in prisons, in bathrooms, etc., schools, said hi. Now, what if there's a little girl in there or something like that? Some men are disgusting. I need, what is that? Meet up, please, for Gay Goes Gym. Oh, okay, what else? Pregnancy in jail for mixing genders. See what I'm saying? I see a lot of stuff in the comments that I can't even say. Let's go on over to Wichita, Kansas, where we got this ex-TV anchor who ended her mother's life on Halloween, talking about she did it to save herself. This is some craziness going on right here. Check this out. If you guys like the content that you're seeing right now, all you got to do is double tap that screen and get those likes up to let more people know that what we got going on over here. Let's go. Let's get it. Check this out with this ex-TV anchor.
A former St. Louis morning show anchor, who for years was a cheerful presence for viewers to wake up to, is now shockingly accused of stabbing her own mother to death on Halloween.
Wow, you see that before and after? Her real life turned into a mask. Jesus Christ, do that again? Whoa!
A former St. Louis morning show anchor, who for years was a cheerful presence for viewers to wake up to, is now shockingly accused of stabbing her own mother to death on Halloween. Neighbors in a quaint neighborhood of Wichita, Kansas, said they were traumatized after 47-year-old Angelyn Mock staggered out of a home shortly before 8 a.m. Friday, soaked in blood. One neighbor, Alyssa Castro, recounted the harrowing scene to local station KAKE, telling the outlet that Mock flagged her and her boyfriend down before snatching his phone and bolting back inside the house, where she called authorities and allegedly claimed she stabbed her mother to, quote, save herself.
There was a woman who came and approached our vehicle with blood, like her hands were filled, her body was filled with blood, asking to call 911.
Her mother stabbed the mother to save herself.
When officers with the Wichita Police Department arrived, Mock was waiting outside with a series of bloody cuts on her hands, while her mother, 80-year-old Anita Avers, was found unresponsive in her bed with multiple stab wounds. Avers was rushed to a nearby hospital where she died just 30 minutes later, according to the police department. Mock was taken into custody and booked into the Sedgwick County Jail for first-degree murder and is being held on a $1 million bond, according to the county sheriff's office. Mock worked at KTVI Fox 2 as a morning and evening fill-in anchor from 2011 to 2015, according to her LinkedIn.
First off, we'd like to say good morning to you. We made it to Tuesday, November 26th. Glad to have you with us.
Christmas was good, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
oh, it was wonderful. Family was in town.
Good.
They're leaving today. I don't know where my tissues are.
She hopped between different sales jobs in the Gateway City through August 2017 before taking a 2-year hiatus from the workplace and switching
What the hell happened to you?
to a data management company with at least 5 offices in the Midwest, including one in Wichita. Police say the investigation is ongoing and have yet to disclose a motive.
Man, talk about how life be lifing out here, boy. Life definitely be lifing, I tell you. It definitely lifed for her. And they're going to pray for her mother, because that was some terrible stuff that what she did to her mother, Lord. We're going to pray for her soul and pray for some sort of guidance in this, as well as the solution to the end of this tragic event right here. We ask that today. Amen. That was terrible right there for her to do that to her mother. And her mother's in the bed in there and unalived. Talking about she did it because her mother, oh, I don't even want to talk about it. I can't even say some of those words. Let's see real images of this operation that's going on in Rio de Janeiro. That's right, you guys. We go everywhere. That's why it's called Our Bottom Line, and we do this for a whole hour. We go everywhere we want to go so we can get everybody some information that may be interested about what's going on here. Check it out.
Guys, in today's video, we're going to see real footage of the mega operation in Rio de Janeiro. I received it from the police, and I'm going to show it here first so you can follow the incursion of the military police, the incursion of the civil police, and the confrontation with more than 100 criminals.
They come in pow-powing already. Now, what if we have police like this? Please,
There's pressure, there's urgency. So come on calmly, man. There's urgency here, man. Come calmly, son. Let's go. Calmly, huh? Calmly. No disrespect, son. Calm down, calm down. You can come. No trouble here, man. Tranquility, man. Tranquility. You can come. Rifles are down. Rifles are down.
Tranquilo means take it easy. Tranquilo, tranquilo. He said tranquil, tranquility.
come. You can come. Go. There's no trouble. Let's go. It's guaranteed. No disrespect.
Yeah, man, everywhere. It's going down around the world. It's not just here, not just Colombia, not just Cuba, not just Mexico. It's going down everywhere. Let's get it on back to over to New York with this guy. And I'm not hating when I say this. I'm gonna make it clear, but I just thought it kind of fits the bill. Curtis, the non-believer Sleeper. Because he didn't believe and he doesn't believe that with those low poll numbers that he should have got out of the race. A lot of people think so, and many people think that he had a chance. But with 15%, you got Mamdani, Zoran Mamdani, with all of that money behind him. God had never had a job before in his life. Plus, he's promising free rent and free food to everybody. You got a whole bunch of lazy people, and it just so happens to be a time when, guess what? People ain't got no food. So yeah, you know what's gonna happen. I already told you guys the Costanza effect. So yes, I already know who the next mayor is gonna be, and I knew it for 3 months already. But yes, we're gonna get back over to Curtis Sleeper, who says that it's because it's, what does he say? The only reason no, wait a minute. What did he say? Oh, let the numbers speak for themselves, and he doesn't think that you should go back and forth with Trump if you wind up being the mayor, because it's only going to hurt New York, which is true. Let's get a little bit of information from Curtis right here. Let's go.
First big close-up is Republican New York City mayoral candidate Curtis himself. Curtis Lewa is here. Curtis, we're so happy that you're here, taking a little time. It's a busy time in the city. So I'm going to ask you the question that everybody's been saying. They say that because of you, we're going to end up with a socialist mayor in New York City.
No.
What's the response to that, Curtis?
Please.
Going off.
I don't want to hear MSNBC. This is Fox News Channel, Republican channel. That's the talking line of MSNBC. That man you just heard from is a Democrat who's led us down this path of
talking about Andrew Cuomo.
Destruction. Responsible for the killing of 15,000 elderly, recommended for perjury charges by both Democrats and Republicans. What would make you think that this man has any ability to lead this city when he had to flee impeachment in Albany, and then he loses a primary to a junior varsity guy named Zoran Mamdani that nobody knew? Come on, please, look at that man. He is now coming to Republicans. He told Republicans, if you're conservative and Republican, you have no place in New York 2014. He also is the man who said, America was never that great. He will say anything, anytime, anywhere, any place, because he just wants power. He wants to get back in the game. He had his shot. It was called the Democratic primary. 40 percentage points ahead when he announced March 1st. You know who was at 1%? Zoran Mamdani. The only people who knew Zoran Mamdani then were his neighbors. Andrew Cuomo is responsible for elevating Zoran Mamdani to an international figure now. And I'm the only one on the ground who can take him out. Because Andrew Cuomo doesn't even work the streets, doesn't even campaign in the streets. You can't win an election if you don't.
So I know crime is a big issue for you. It's been a big part of your life's work. Moving on to other.
Yeah, I got you guys. You see what it is, and I'm just saying, it's just not time for you right now. And I mean, it would have been. I would rather him than who we got in there. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be bad, you guys. The Costanza effect is in effect. And we're about to have Zoran Mamdani out here. I got to get into this Cleveland situation. I had to try to cue this up as best as possible and try to give you guys some dialogue on what's going on here. We got this restaurant owner named Bobby George, and he's been locked up, and he's going to court right now for attempted strangulation. Ugh, that's right, you guys. Check this out. He's being sentenced right now. Check it out.
Those facts that I read, I may have sent you to prison. Do you understand that, sir?
I do.
The court is inclined to follow the agreement or honor the agreement that the parties have put in place. The court will place you on community control. The court finds that a community control sanction will adequately protect the public and will not demean the seriousness of the offense. It is therefore ordered that the defendant is sentenced to 5 years of community control under the supervision of the Adult Probation Department. The defendant is to abide by all rules and regulations of the probation department. The defendant will be supervised by Group B. The defendant will report every 3 months, and the defendant is ordered to pay a monthly supervision fee of $20.
Yeah, you got out lucky, homeboy, with an attempted strangulation going on over there. This fool tried to just basically, you know how, what's his name, Bart Simpson, be like, He just basically tried to strangle somebody. So he got probation there for 5 years, and yeah, they better watch him before he be out here trying to choke somebody else up. Let's get on over to Connecticut right now, where the judge rules on 2 motions in this Connecticut capacity case. You guys remember that case where the mom kept her son captive for over 20 years and he set the house on fire so that they can come get him? You guys remember that case? Well, it's time for her to go to court now. You guys heard about that before, right? Well, we got the other end of it. We got the story right here. Let's keep on going.
Woman accused of holding her stepson captive for more than 20 years in Connecticut.
And if you guys appreciate the content, don't make me have to keep saying it. I will, though. I really appreciate it if you can go ahead and like the show. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. And that's it. That's all I'm asking for. Keep your money, because I know it's hard out here for a pimp. Even though Sam Champion got me looking strong over there with that $1. Thank you so much, Sam, because you always come through, my friend. Thank you so much. So I ain't going to make you look broke, Bugatti. I'm going to at least put $1 on it. You know what I'm saying, Sam? Thank you so much, my brother. Let's get it going.
Connecticut, back in court Friday.
And a judge sided with Kimberly Sullivan on a number of motions. Erica Ritchie's live in studio this morning. So what was she asking for, Erica?
Well, guys, she wanted access to her stepson's alias and the place where he's receiving treatment. The judge said yes to both of those. She also asked that her GPS monitoring bracelet be removed, but that was denied. It was back in February of this year that we first learned about this house of horrors in Waterbury, Connecticut, after it caught fire. Kimberly Sullivan's 32-year-old stepson told first responders who were evaluating him after the fire that he's the one who set it as part of an escape plan after being held captive in that home for more than 20 years. He reportedly weighed 70 pounds when he escaped, and Sullivan was arrested in connection. The 56-year-old stepmother faces charges of assault, kidnapping, unlawful restraint, and cruelty to persons. But outside of court on Friday, her attorney says she's innocent.
That'll all come out at trial. All I can tell you is this is not my client. No.
If it's not her, who is it?
Ask the state.
Sullivan's attorney was also asked if his client would testify at trial. He said that'll be a game day decision. Her next court appearance is scheduled for the week before Christmas.
Oh, she got herself a magician / ringmaster for a lawyer there. He all there smiling, talking about ask the state. Keep on going, you guys. We got to get over to NASA. Let me tell you something, my definition of NASA. Some people might find this offensive. Some people might find it funny. But it's a way that I describe people, because, you know, black men, a lot of black men, we like women with big butts, right? Big butt, shapely or whatever like that, right? Okay, that's one part. But everyone notices, like, you know, if you have a little bit of something going on back there, you know what I'm saying? So instead of me saying something like, you know what I'm saying, she has a little butt, I don't say that because I don't want anybody to know that I'm talking bad. You know, I'm saying something like that. So if I'm with my friend, I always be like, yo, she's down with the space program. And they be like, what you mean she's down with the space program? You know, NASA. What do you mean NASA? NASA tall. She has NASA tall. And we all just chuckle and laugh about it. Just a little inside joke, just in case you guys ever hear me say that. Or, you know, she has NASA. You'd be like, what do you mean? What is he talking about, NASA? NASA tall. Exactly. Let's keep on moving forward. Because NASA, they're not going to get mad at me about that little joke, because it's a light joke. But they are getting angry with Kim Kardashian as they respond to her for her comments on the moon landing, where she says in her show, The Kardashians, that she doesn't believe that moon landing actually ever happened. Do you guys believe that the moon landing ever happened? Do you think that is true or not? Because there's a lot of conspiracies going on around here where people say, we never landed on the moon. How did they have the camera up there already? How did the truck get up there? A lot of questions, but I still want to know what you guys think. Do you think that we actually went to the moon? And do you think that Kim Kardashian of everyone could be right about this topic right here?
On the latest episode of The Kardashians.
For the record, do you think that we didn't walk on the moon?
I don't think we did. I think it was fake.
Kim Kardashian diving deeper into her theories while speaking with actress Sarah Paulson.
Sending you, like, so far, 1 million interviews with both Buzz Aldrin and the other one. Do it. And this girl says, what was the scariest moment? And he goes, there was no scary moment because it didn't happen. It could have been scary, but it wasn't because it didn't happen.
Kardashian now pushing a 50-year-old conspiracy theory, and NASA is not having it. Acting Administrator Sean Duffy firing out a quick response on X. Yes, Kim Kardashian, we've been to the moon before 6 times.
Could you imagine
if we had actually faked the moon landing, the Soviet Union would have called us out on it.
Eileen Collins was the first female space shuttle commander.
Having risked their lives to do something that important and then have someone say it didn't happen, I can understand why many of them would be upset about that.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Buzz Aldrin, the second person to walk on the moon just after Neil Armstrong, is no stranger to being bombarded by these conspiracy theories. In fact, in 2002, Aldrin, while outside a Beverly Hills hotel, was confronted by filmmaker Bart Sibrel, who asked him to swear on a Bible that the moon landing was real or admit it was a hoax. Aldrin's reaction? Caught on camera. A punch to the face. LAPD never prosecuted Aldrin, saying it was provoked.
Somebody said we never went to the mall. It was the Matrix.
Buzz Aldrin clip Kardashian is using as her evidence went viral a couple of years ago and was quickly debunked.
You got another person that says the cameraman was the first man on the moon.
Taken out of context from a 2015 interview. Kardashian falsely saying,
There's no gravity on the moon. Why is the flag blowing?
It's waving because they're shaking it. You can watch them.
Scientists point to more recent satellite images capturing the remnants of the Apollo mission.
To fake that requires such a high level of sophistication of computer-generated imagery and special effects. We actually weren't capable of faking that film-wise.
We asked Kim Kardashian for comment, but have not yet heard back.
This is such a serious topic because Kim has something to say about it, you know? But the thing about it is she does have popularity. She has a lot of influence on millions of people. So she can be somebody that starts to help debunk the space moon landing, and they're not happy about that, you guys. How many people think we went to space? Thumbs up. How many people think we didn't go? Thumbs down. How many people think we went? Thumbs up. How many people think we didn't go? Thumbs down. Also, if you appreciate the content, let's get those likes up so many more people can see what we got going on over here. Okay, what we got over here? We got Kim, LOL. Okay, we got a lot of people that's with the thumbs up. Space is a joke. We got 1 thumbs down. Kim Kardashian. Okay, we went. Knock it off. Come on, y'all. What college do you go to become an astronaut? Ooh, good one. Woman is, y'all bugging right now. Everybody, we got a lot of thumbs up over here. We got a lot of people that believe that the space mission was real. Got a few people with thumbs down, though. Can't not show them. It was one of the greatest achievements, and it was achieved over 50 years ago. It's sad that this seems far removed from the achievements that we can believe, and it was possible in the first place. That's right. Let's get on over to India, where this man should be thanking the Lord. He is. I'm not going to say he isn't. He should be really thanking the Lord because he should be kissing the ground every day. Because there was an Air India crash and he's the sole survivor. His brother lost his life. I call this man the luckiest man alive. But he is, of course, he is suffering from thinking about it, PTSD and much more. Let's go, guys.
Just told the BBC he feels he's the luckiest man alive. In June, a plane travelling from Ahmedabad to London crashed within seconds of taking off. All but one of the 242 people on board were killed, as well as 19 on the ground. Viswash Kumar Ramesh survived the disaster in which his brother died. He's been speaking to our Midlands correspondent, Navtej Johal.
Come on now, we got a sole survivor from a plane crash. I know you guys can give me some likes for that, for finding that and doing the research for it. Come on now, let's get those likes up, get more people over here. Hope you guys appreciating the show. Let's get it in. Let's keep on going.
The sole survivor.
How this one passenger walked away from a plane crash that killed everyone else on board is a question no one, not even he, can really answer.
It is medical, innit? Still I'm not believe. I'm only one survivor.
The Air India plane crash in Ahmedabad in June killed 260 people. Visvash Kumar Ramesh was the sole survivor aboard that flight.
How did you jump from the aircraft?
I'm not jumping. I just walk out, innit?
But sat just a few seats away from him on the plane was his younger brother Ajay, who was killed. In the aftermath, as the 39-year-old dealt with the world's attention, he was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder and has recently returned to his home in Leicester. The BBC and other media were invited to the home of one of his advisors for the first interviews with Visvash Kumar in the UK. The two advisors sat next to him, and a documentary crew were also present and filming in the room. Visvash Kumar, thank you for speaking to us. First question, how are you doing?
Still not good. I'm finding myself a bit difficult, like physically and mentally, and also my family as well.
Throughout our interview, there were questions that he could not answer. When did you realize, when you were on that flight, that something was wrong?
It is very painful for me to explain that happened still. So I can't say anything about that now.
So many people believe that what happened to you was a miracle. Do you feel like you are the luckiest man alive?
Yes. It is miracle, innit?
Is that difficult? Because on the one hand you say you believe you are the luckiest man alive, that what happened to you was a miracle. On the other hand...
I'm luckiest man, but also I lost everything. My brother, for me. I lost my brother, innit? My brother is my backbone.
At times, he became emotional. Visvash Kumar, you're okay to continue?
Okay.
Thank you.
See, the thing about what I respect about him is he didn't do this for no views. He kept his respect for himself and his family. And when they said the most serious question that anybody else would have rushed to tell details about, he said, I can't even bring myself to talk about that. I can't even talk about thinking about when that happened. When I realized that was going on, that was some terror that he probably could never be able to won't even talk about again. You guys, again, if you appreciate the content, we do research over here. We get it in over here. I came to work today. You see, I came to work for real today, y'all. All I'm asking you guys to do is double tap the screen and get those likes up, because we got to get on over to I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heat, and if I can make it there, I'll make it. And it's such a true story. Anywhere, it's up to you. Let's get on over to New York, Brooklyn, where a vacate order to Brooklyn building where a man, something that I never would believe in my life. How you drown in a basement? Someone drowned the other day because of the floods that you guys have been telling me about, that you've been talking to me and telling me about. I was in the crib. I live on the 6th floor, so I ain't know nothing about no flood. I heard about it. I saw it on the news. I kept myself in the house, working and stacking the deck for our bottom line. But this is actually what happened the other day inside of a New York basement. A man actually lost his life in the basement where they had to send in the scuba team to go get him. Check this out, y'all. Look.
Well, after 2 people died during yesterday's storm, the city ordered a full vacate order in one of the buildings where a man died in a basement that was underwater.
And officials say that there is no electricity, gas, heat, or hot water in this entire building in Crown Heights. Allie Bauman has the latest.
City inspectors toured the Brooklyn building Friday, where Thursday the FDNY scuba team pulled a 39-year-old man from the flooded basement.
Wow.
The man's friends say he leaves behind one dog and died trying to save another.
Happy-go-lucky guy, loved his dogs. Always came out, talked to everybody around here.
Thursday's flash flooding inundated Brooklyn and filled Kingston Avenue, where the man died, with water that was waist deep.
The water came up to the door, and it when you opened the door, it went in.
The building's department says one of the basement doors was unusable, and even though it is not an apartment, inspectors found 2 camping tents set up with personal belongings inside.
We shouldn't have a situation where infrastructure fails so poorly that the basement of any house should be flooded to a position or to a point where someone can die inside.
On Thursday, this neighborhood and much of the city got 1 inch of rain in just 10 minutes. That rate is 3 times the amount of downfall that the city's century-old sewage system is designed to handle.
There is not a sewer system on the planet that can handle that much rainwater at once.
And while the Department of Environmental Protection claims it cleared most of the city's 150,000 catch basins ahead of the storm, gutters still clogged.
What we had yesterday, though, was exacerbated by the fact that it's the fall, and there are all these leaves on the ground.
As New York has seen more flash flooding in recent years, Brooklyn City Councilman Justin Brannon is imploring the city to invest more money in its aging infrastructure.
It's incredibly expensive, and it's really not that sexy, right? Like, politicians don't get together to cut a ribbon for a new sewer system, but we probably should, because it's pretty damn important.
In the meantime, he advises constituents with chronic flooding to file complaints with 311. In Crown Heights, Brooklyn, Allie Bauman, CBS News.
Oh, God, I feel sorry for the man. I feel sorry for the dogs. I swear to you guys, I want to go get that dog. I'm already thinking to myself, who can I call? Is that dog in the pound? Dog looks so concerned over there. I know, we're going to pray for the man that lost his life in that basement tragedy right there. I had to bring you guys that story because it just was so unbelievable. How could something like that possibly happen? Lord, just please accept him into your arms, and please give us more strength and more understanding. And Jesus, I'm not going to say that anymore. Amen. Got to keep on moving forward now. I got corrected on that, and I've been pretty good about doing this. I ain't doing that no more. But yes, terrible, tragic event. I feel sorry for him as well as the dogs who now lost their parent. That little baby was out there like, where's my daddy at? And it doesn't matter to that dog about him living in a tent, because you know how dogs are. A dog don't care where you at. That's your boy, and he gonna hold you down. Probably with a great family down there. And he was trying to do the best with what he had. As you can see, that one gentleman said he was a great person. Sad story. Let's get on over to Connecticut, where a mechanic gets prison time for violating the Clean Air Act. This is crazy. Y'all ain't gonna believe this one. Check this out. And I got a doozy one for you right after this. Oh, it's not over. I got something for you now. Let's go. I got more. Let's go.
A story you will see only on Fox News at night. A 65-year-old diesel mechanic trying to help professional drivers whose vehicles kept breaking down, sentenced to 1 year in a federal prison for violating Biden EPA rules. Jeff Paul live with the fascinating story. Jeff, good.
A year for working on cars.
Good evening again.
Yeah, good evening, Trace. Troy Lake thought he was doing what was right and keeping our most important drivers in school buses, ambulances, and big rigs back on the road. Instead, he's now a felon and pleading with President Trump to get his rights back. When it comes to anything diesel, Troy Lake knows how to fix it, especially newer EPA-mandated emission systems that seem to be sidelining drivers.
We get 200 calls a day. My truck's broke.
From commercial big rigs to school buses and fire trucks, Troy says everyone was breaking down.
The biggest thing with hearing is the devices or their truck broke down and not able to deliver products or not able.
Can you imagine this man going to jail for a year for fixing cars? I mean, y'all notice what's going on here? This is crazy. Thanks for all the love, because all I do is give it back. Thank you, and I noticed it. Thanks for the hearts.
We get to a fire.
Troy found a workaround.
This is the EGR system. This is one of the things we were turning off.
He tapped into the engine's computer, disabling some of the federally mandated emission systems.
I didn't want to be Robin Hood. I just felt that it was wrong as far as what the government was doing to American people that wanted to work.
When the government caught on, they raided Troy's shop in 2018. But 6 years later, under the Biden administration, he was charged and pled guilty to conspiracy to violate the Clean Air Act. Now on house arrest, Troy spent 7 months in federal prison.
It's an experience I wouldn't want anybody to go through.
Troy's case is now the driving force behind a new law one senator is accelerating to make sure the road ahead is much smoother for both drivers and mechanics.
It's so absurd it doesn't even seem like America.
Wyoming Senator Cynthia Lummis introduced the Diesel Truck Liberation Act.
We want clean air, clean water. We want our land to be beautiful. This notion that this is a binary choice, the environment or humans, is wrong. We can have both.
Good. Keep on moving forward, you guys. I need some clarification for a couple of people in the comments. No, it has nothing to do with that. What I'm basically trying to say is someone corrected me saying, why are you praying to the Son when you should be praying to the Father? And they were right. That's all. Nothing crazy. Oh, if he go to the other side, it's going to help hurt his algorithm. I can be up in here talking about I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain. I could be up in here doing that. I'm still going to get my number. Stop playing with me. I ain't worrying about that. I'm just trying to explain to you the other part of it. Now let's get on over to Baltimore, something that I'm glad you guys stuck around for. Where this man speaks out, I'm talking about he got a recording right now of a viral video of Popo. It said that this Popo trying to run this civilian over, y'all. I don't know if it's true, but they said Popo trying to run homeboy over, and it looked like, I ain't gonna say too much. I'm gonna let them say it because it's his video. He the one they got it went viral for. So let me let him say it.
Tonight, we're hearing from the man who recorded this viral video showing a Baltimore police officer trying to run over someone with his patrol car in Park Heights. Fox 45's Keith Daniels has been following this story all night.
He joins us live now with an update from police and the community's concerns. Keith.
Well, Maxine and Kai, we've learned the identity of the officer involved in that incident. The man seen running in that video says the officer's patrol car struck him. And tonight, the man who caught it on camera.
You don't even need a microphone.
You gonna hit him with the car? Yo, what the bro? Yo, hell no, yo.
For some, it's simply hard to believe. Look at it. A Baltimore City police officer caught on video trying to run down a man.
If I ain't have it on camera, nobody would have knew.
Slick Brown is the one who captured the images with his cell phone camera. The video
Slick Brown, y'all. Breaking news coming from Slick Brown.
Now gone viral.
Almost 1 million views.
With nearly 1 million views at this hour on social media.
Oh, what the bro?
His friend running, the officer in his marked patrol cruiser, chasing him.
Coming, Ray hit my man like for no reason. It's like he ain't even make no arrest for real. Like he just tried to automatically hit him. Like he ain't never tried to chase him or nothing. Like it's like he was just trying to kill my man out the rip. Like he ain't care about his life or nothing.
You got Slick Brown reporting here, y'all.
The incident happened Tuesday evening on Wiley Avenue near Park Heights Avenue. Tonight, police confirming the identity of the officer seen in the video. Robert A. Parks, on the force since 2020. His police powers suspended now on administrative duty as an internal affairs
Slick Brown said on the rip.
Investigation is underway. Police Commissioner Richard Worley Thursday on the behavior of one of his officers.
It is not what we want our officers doing. It is definitely not what we've been training them to do. And unfortunately, one bad incident like this sets you back months and years to all the progress that we've made.
Brown said it all started after the officers saw him and his friends standing on the block. They were told to move on. Brown said they did, but then the officer returned.
2 minutes later, he pulled straight back up. Me and my man's walked. He straight asked my man, he like, yeah, come here. But he never said why, though.
Okay. According to initial reports,
the individual wanted for a warrant. He got away.
The man seen in the video was wanted for an outstanding warrant. On the phone with Brown at one point, he says he had a failure to appear in court for driving without a license. Meantime, the investigation of the officer.
All he did was get suspended. No, I think he should be fired. Like, shouldn't be able to come back or nothing.
Like a video game. What y'all know about Benny Hill? That look like a Benny Hill show when they, because you know that's where Scooby-Doo got that from, right? Scooby-Dooby-Doo, that came from Benny Hill. They was, when they go in the rooms and all of that, that came from Benny Hill because they knew it was funny. They just put it in cartoon form. Anybody know who Benny Hill was? I ain't that old. I used to watch it with my grandmother. Come on, let's keep on moving forward. Because this stray cat decides to walk into a car shop. Wait a minute, y'all. We're going to give a big shout out to Slick Brown in Baltimore for that unwavering documented footage. Thank you so much for all of the content that you've provided to us, aka Slick Brown. That's right, y'all. Slick Brown. Look for him on Channel 6 Daytime News. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to this stray cat that decides. Imagine if I was on the news and then I go over to Slick Brown. Yeah, it's your boy BOOGOTTINYC doing the news or whatever like that. Hey, Slick, what's going on in Baltimore? Hey, it's your boy Slick Brown out here in Baltimore. Y'all know how it. Yo, you know what? I'm gonna look for Slick Brown. I'm gonna look for Slick Brown in Baltimore. I'm really gonna do it. Let's keep on moving forward now. We got this stray cat that decides to walk in the card shop and greet everyone. This is so cute right here. You know how we love the animals over here, whether it's a dog, cat, or whatever it is. So yeah, we always gotta show the love to the animals. This cat right here basically took over the shop. Check him out.
Treats. Is that what you're doing that for?
Buster, what are you doing on the customer's car again? What did I tell you about getting on the customer's car? I know, but you can't sit on her car. Come on, let's go inside. I was told Buster is in somebody's car. Buster, you're in the customer's car. Hey, Buster. You can't lay in the customer's car. What's wrong with you?
I would say he's my boss.
Buster basically took over the job. He's like, look, if you come into my yard, just understand this is Buster's yard now. I don't know what y'all call it with your humans, but this is Buster's yard right now. And if you guys are trying to make some money, hit that link in the description and you guys will be able to make up to $750. That's right. You'll make some money on a survey and I'll make some money too. Also, I don't know if you guys have a business. You might be a mobile barber. You might be a detailer. I don't know what you do, a car wash guy. I don't know what you do. But if you're trying to get your business out there and you already subscribe and you're a member to the show, all we need you to do is send over your promo in a 1080 by 1080 size frame and we're going to put it up in the YouTube post notification area so everybody can see it in ours. And that's all subscribed to us. Also, you guys know what's coming up, right? Y'all know what I'm excited about. I'm excited about that Show Your Talent search. That's right. That's the talent search where you in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. 14% alcohol by volume. Y'all saw how we had that party on Lean yesterday. It goes down with that Big Drip. You only need one can. I told you, go in the liquor store, ask for it. If you're 21 or older, come on over to the Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search where if you're in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, you'll be able to make $250 in your borough if your talent is selected at that location. From there, what we do is we get all the winners together and we bring them to one central location in Manhattan. We probably found it yesterday, come to think about it. And what we do there is we show everybody's talent and that last person is going to be able to make $1,000. Right now in this economy, that could really help out. We're just going over to Staten Island, you guys. We're going to be at Time to Wine on the 15th of November. That's right, the 15th of November. Myself and my DJ, DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. That's right, you guys. We're going to be at Time to Wine, Wines and Liquors in Staten Island in the Pergamount Shopping Center. That's right, from 1 to 4 p.m. If you in Staten Island, want to catch the boat, want to come hang out with us, we're going to be over there, you guys, and be a part of the Show Your Talent search. Also, if you're not going to be available, we're going to be going live from the channel and we're going to have it set up so that we don't have any interruptions because of the fact that we control the music. And that's what we're going to be doing, you guys. Y'all know what it is. It's Hump day. And you know what we do on hump day, right? We try to get over that hump, try to do what we got to do. And we don't do what? We don't worry about problems, because problems present opportunities. We know about that, right? And as long as that man upstairs gives us another day to wake up, we actually thank him for the problem. Because if you didn't get up this morning, you wouldn't even have the problem to worry about. Look at it like that. Be optimistic. Stop worrying about what other people got to say. Focus on you and your family, because it starts at home, and then the community has to go with it after that. Hopefully you guys are going to come out to that Show Your Talent show event. Tune in. We're going to have a good time like we did yesterday. And with that being said, you guys, let's get these prayers up for everybody going out. Let's pray for Jay Woods. We got Pete Pevin over there. We got Mark Dorfman, Batty Lynn. Who else we got up in here? We got Karen DeMac, Nyla Mello. We got Miss Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. We got my boy Sam Champion, who always shows the love, and everybody should be like Sam. There you go. Who else we got up in here? We got Nina. We got Elicito. We got Matthew. And we got Ether. We got Juvenile, we got Liberty, we got Nina, we got Miss Paris, we got Ryan, we got all these people up here this morning. Lucha, that's right. We want to make sure we getting you guys protected and prayed with everybody, because this is our crew and our family of our bottom line members, and I cannot do it without you. Amen. That's right, you guys. And y'all know what I'm going to say next, right? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me on Wednesday, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, we're keeping our slot time at 6 o'clock, because this is our time, and that's what we're going to do. See you guys later. Have a fantastic day, and be safe. Y'all know what it is. Get 'em! Peace. One.